Hello, and welcome to my big backyard. It's finally time for me to do an introduction video to who I am and what my channel is all about. My name is Maria, and I live here in Delaware, which is Garden Zone 7, and I film YouTube videos based on projects that I do around my yard and garden, mostly related to growing things. I do have a vegetable garden, a large meadow, and a cactus garden, of all things. If you subscribe to my channel, you'll see numerous videos on all three of those topics, and you'll also see wildlife videos. I have 2 trail cameras in my backyard, and I capture the comings and goings of the deer and the fox and anything else that happens to walk through my backyard as well. If you keep watching this video, you'll see a tour of all of the areas that feature in my videos and get more explanation of what my channel is all about. Like and subscribe and share if this content is something that appeals to you. Thank you. Now, as you can see, I have a rather large backyard, and it really doesn't look like much right now. It's November. Actually, it's pretty much the end of November, but you can see various things that are out here like nothing. So just an overview of what my backyard's like. As you come around here, my property actually ends, and this area that you see here is a neighborhood property, a stormwater pond, and then back into my yard. This is where my raised bed vegetable gardens are. So as you can see, these are the raised bed vegetable gardens that I have here. This one I've had in the ground for 2 years, and the larger one back there has only been through 1 season so far. Right now in the garden in November, what I still have is a bunch of dill that reseeded itself, some kale that looks fairly sad now, but hopefully will perk up and I can pick some more. And there are still a few carrots in the ground. This one especially looks really yummy. There you go. See, nice big carrot, which I can eat today if I want to. But for the most part, the harvest is over and there's nothing left here. Now, this pot used to have a really big lavender in it. I killed it and I moved a smaller one into the pot from another spot. We'll see how long it lives. This was an attempt at starting a winter garden. Probably too late to start one. When I cleaned out the tomatoes and stuff from this year, I did plant some radishes and things in here, but I also have 3 varieties of garlic that I planted in here, and hopefully will produce beautiful garlic next year. I did have really good luck with my garlic this past year, so I'm hoping for the same. And in this garden, I had peppers and a few last tomatoes until recently, and now it's just been emptied out. I threw some carrot tops in there just to get rid of them, and that's all there is. But next year, hopefully, I can take you along as I plant and harvest my vegetable gardens. Now, there's not much to see now because I have everything covered up with plastic for the winter. But one of my hobbies is growing cactuses and succulents. And all my cold hardy cactus plants are under this tent that I made out of PVC, and they will be there all winter long, keeping dry so that they can survive freezing temperatures. I'm gonna stick my camera under here and give you a peek at what I have, if I can get this in here. I already have quite a few videos that show my cactus and succulent collection. Here's just a quick overview of some of the things that I have inside this time of year. Or maybe I'll just throw some pictures up instead. But I'll go into way more detail about these things in future videos. I keep them all out here on the deck all summer long, but they can't survive freezing temperatures. Another topic that's likely to come up in some videos is just the things that I've planted along the edge of this fence or around my shed. And back towards the woods line. There are a number of small shrubs in here. Lots of bulbs got planted in here this fall. And so it should be fun to see what comes out this spring. And I will be sure to do updates on what happens here. It'll be a big surprise for me too, because I just planted the bulbs. And back here, believe it or not, is a meadow. Now I planted this meadow 2 years ago. I'll put some pictures in here so you can see what it looked like the first year I planted it. Now, last year, however, was a disappointing, and not that much grew in here other than ragweed. So I've mowed it all down and cleaned it all up for the year, and we'll see what happens next year. I have some big plans for doing patches of specific flowers in here. I'd like to see some sunflowers and some more cosmos and some echinacea, coneflowers, that kind of thing in the meadow. But one of the great things about the meadow is the wildlife that it tends to attract. I have, as you can see over here, probably what is one of the most popular, too much sun, features of my YouTube channel. Here is the trail camera. Now, I post a trail camera video approximately once a month, and I include all of the interesting footage, at least, of whatever happens, well, not that far over, about here from in my meadow. Lots of deer, fox, possums, all sorts of great things come out here, and you have to like and subscribe and tune in to see all of the trail camera updates. And I include with that various random wildlife encounters that happen just in my yard. Last year I managed to photograph a red-tailed hawk kill and eat a snake, and last week there was a beautiful fox right over here next to the pond in the morning that I managed to get photos of and include. So there are tons of things to see, and I'm one of those people who has a billion hobbies, and I sometimes half-ass everything I do. But I'm happy to show you what worked and what didn't work, and share the successes and the failures with people on YouTube just for fun. So if you like and you subscribe and you comment, I'll at least get the fun of reading your comments. Anyway, now you know who I am and what I'm all about. Have a wonderful day.